not give out addresses in case you want to mirror me out there. You know, you AKA me when I'm walking.
Yeah. Okay, greetings to you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mr. Gata with Gata Promotions Interviews, and right now we are doing a program where we go around interviewing the best of the best in the industry, in any industry given in Masvingo. So here I'm being joined by the one and only multi-award winning and the best of the best photographer in Masvingo, and his name is none other than Hdphotography. So my brother.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, without wasting any time, I would like to start by asking you the question that everyone is asking right now. Chijamno offer one. What is your package when someone comes to Hdphotography for what are the services that you provide?
Basically I'm a photographer. I do photography, videography, basically media. I'm also a graphic designer.
You're also a graphic designer?
Yes.
So you design for companies?
Yes, the general public.
The general public?
Yeah. We design, we shoot your images, your videos, events and all that sort.
So
all those things. Yeah.
So
media,
everything.
Yeah.
You have read it from the guy. You get everything. If you want street photography, videos, for events, weddings, whatever, everything, he does that. So I'm keen to ask you, when did you start, and how did you start? How did you come with the idea of being a photographer?
All right. Photography has always been a hobby to me. Started very young. I think it was in 2010, somewhere there.
Yeah, that's a long
time ago. Yeah.
2010.
Yeah, it was a hobby that I just loved. You know, I had this small camera I had. I loved taking pictures of anything, animals, insects, plants, and all that stuff. But at the time, I was pursuing graphic designing. You know,
so photography was something on the side.
Yeah, it was just a hobby. Yeah, it was like playing video games. It was a hobby to me. Yeah.
So how did you transform to make it?
So just a brief history. I used to do music. I was a hip hop artist at some point around 2013, 14, 15, 16. For like 4 years, it was also a hobby. I used to do music. Yeah. I was doing music a lot and graphic designing on the side and whatnot, and also photography as a hobby. All those things, I was just basically encompassing everything to do with media that I loved indulging in. So I did music for quite a while. It worked out great. I had awards for that.
Okay.
Yeah. And so when I wanted to venture into photography, I just made a decision that I think I'm getting an idea of how this thing works. And it wasn't really at the time, 2014, 2016, 17, it wasn't really as popular as it is now, where almost everyone is a photographer now.
Yeah, I'm a photographer too.
Yeah. Everyone's a photographer now. So at that time it wasn't popular, so I was like, let me take this thing seriously and try and see where to go. But the problem was I was more popular for music at that time.
Alright.
Everyone knew me as HD the rapper.
HD
the guy that does the music, the hip hop. So no one was calling me with we need a photo shoot and whatnot.
Yeah.
So that transition I knew I had to do, like I had to sacrifice one of the two hobbies that I loved the most, you know, at the time.
So you had to dump music.
I had to ditch music.
So don't you make any new music right now? Now that you are up there.
I feel like it was a phase. It's like riding a bike. Every kid when they grow up, they reach a phase where they are all about riding bikes. And then you move on and you leave it.
Okay.
That was a phase in my life that I feel like I had to go through, and it actually helped me because I had to switch all the people that were my fans at the time for the music. I just switched and now they are clients.
Now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had to. So it was a painful transition, but it had to be done.
Yeah.
It had to be done because I was thinking about the future. You need to start making. We're growing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So music at the time wasn't really giving me what I wanted. So I felt like I had a calling in photography, and I pursued it, and the rest is history. Here we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is 2016, right?
Yeah.
2016,
17, something like that.
2016, 2017. Yeah. So where was your first studio? What do you remember the first photo shoot that you did, or the first photograph works that you did?
Yeah, I think I still have. I think I might still have pictures of the first. It was pictures of plants, actually.
Plants.
Yeah.
Plants.
It was a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like plants. Yeah, I was take pictures of plants or of people and whatnot and stuff like that. It's a long time ago, around 2010. Yeah. And then I had no idea of the magnitude of how much I could grow to what it is now. Yeah, I was really just enjoying myself.
So I've realized that you have so many big cameras, the best cameras that the world can give. Do you still remember the first camera that you ever used? The first camera that you held in your hands?
Yeah, it was a very small. I love the camera. I sold it, but I really love the camera because it molded me.
Yeah.
Like I grew up, I learned a lot from that. It took care of me through the
learning phase.
My tough times where it was hard and I was trying to. That camera took care of me. It's like that ex that's there for you when you are, but you have to leave when it's time,
So before the interview, you were telling me about your prizes and everything.
Yeah.
So do you remember the first income that you made, the first sale, the first money that was given to you by someone for a project?
That's a hard one. But
I
got it was
okay.
The money. I think the money. I think I'm gonna kwana maybe. Because you know how I started charging. It's actually it's funny. It was a test. Yeah, people are always seeing you uploading nice pictures of yourself and like, and the total picture, can you take pictures of me? And you're like, I'm not think that, and you're like, and then someone buys you lunch and you're like, so I could actually charge. People would actually be willing to pay.
Yeah.
Then you grow and be like, no, I'm charging $1 for a picture or whatever. And then the more you get better, the more you actually
charge more. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So these are the building blocks. Can you tell us about your first significant job, like the first job that you can check back and say, this was the most important job that I have done in my life. It propelled you to where you are right now.
Or like in the beginning?
Yeah, like the first significant job, like you say, maybe it was your first $5, or maybe it was your first 20, it was your first video shoot or whatever.
I remember there's a time when I used to do shoots of a lot of people who was like familiar with. Yeah. But I think my first major was my first wedding.
Weddings are big.
Weddings weddings pay more than like regular shoots. My first wedding, I'll confess, I was clueless.
You didn't know
about how I'm going to operate. Okay, so I need like 4 cameras, and at the time I was using a borrowed camera. I need to get guys that need to help me out and whatnot and stuff. And so, but I was a person that I was willing to learn. And you just go into it and you learn as you go. You make mistakes and you keep going and stuff. That first wedding, I remember the people that actually booked me, they just saw pictures. They just saw nice pictures. You do photo shoot? Yeah, I do photo shoot. Okay. How much do you charge for a wedding? And I had no catalog, So I had to like quickly Guys, how much are you guys charging for weddings? 300 US. All right, let me just say, 300 and see, you know. And the people paid, and I'm like, you know. So people can actually pay for 300. And that time, that was a lot of money for me. 300 was.
That's the first significant sum.
Yeah.
300.
That was a lot of money for me.
From the both sides to 300.
It was tough. But yeah, we grew, and now it's a different ball game now.
Yeah, now I realize when your name is being mentioned in this industry, people start to tremble. Yeah, I've seen. I know some guys who do photography. Like a lot of guys. I have friends who do photography. But as soon as I mention Gucci, today interview na HD or HD, like it's a very big name.
Yeah.
You have worked that way, man.
I tried my best. All thanks to God, you know, like I always put God first in everything, all these things, because I was never taught anything. None of these things that I know today, no one. I didn't go to school for this. Everything is self-taught, and it's just by the grace of God that He just chooses you to be able to, and guides you to help you maneuver your way out of things and into certain situations to be able to produce good results in whatever you're doing. So all thanks to God.
Okay, now that you have mentioned it, I've realized that most people who are self-taught in any industry, in every craft, you have to be highly inspired. So can you tell us a bit about your inspiration? What inspired you to do media, not to do photography? Because you are a media person, right?
Yeah. Okay. I'll give you a brief history. Growing up, I've always been an arts guy, type of guy, you know.
Like you appreciate the arts.
Yeah. I draw. You know, in high school, I was doing art. I could draw. I could do music. I could play instruments. I played the guitar. I played the drums. A bit of the bass guitar. But I'm rusty now because it's been it's a phase that I went through. So I've always been an artsy person. So and what inspired me the most was because I don't know how I can explain this. Everything to me was photographic in a way, which is
like when you visualize.
When I see something, I visualize it in a way like I think that would have looked better if the light was coming from that angle.
Alright, so you have a photographic memory.
Yeah. It's like that. So I've always had this thing, and I follow a lot of international photographers. That inspired me to be like, you know, I want to take this kind of pictures and whatnot and stuff.
So who are your role models? They could be industry players, or they could be someone who is completely doing the opposite thing.
My role models. I try to. I don't have like a role model that I look up to in a way that directly. But I draw inspiration from different various things in life generally, especially from people who are outspoken generally in life, you know, like the motivational speakers, a lot of guys, you know, like it depends, because I sift whatever information that I see. If I see this, if someone brings out this certain content, I draw inspiration from that and just mix them and make something from my own self.
So you know, for any industry, whatever you're trying to do, I've realized that sometimes inspiration, even you could be the most inspired person, but there are some things that just take you, they just take you by the neck. Can you tell us about your challenges from 2010 to where you are now right now in terms of photography and media, whatever?
When I started, my challenge obviously was acquiring gear. Because if people know that photography gear is ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, you're
like
telling me.
For if you really are gunning for that type of quality, you need to invest a lot of money, you know. So at first I didn't have the funds because I wasn't funded, I wasn't sponsored or anything. I was just grinding on my own. I had a borrowed camera from a friend of mine who just was like, hey, I'll lend you this camera for a certain while you work. So the challenge was actually saving up to buy gear, but with time I had to, like, over years, you know, it really took years for me to like acquire certain gear that I have right now. And I'm still actually buying more gear because it never ends. You know, you always want to upgrade.
There's always a new
there's an iPhone 14, so I need to live 11 or 12, 13. So I'm still upgrading, but I'm comfortable where I am now. It's better than before.
So it was just the gear that was.
Yeah, the gear, man, and because I can't say I had challenges with the marketing, because advertising photography, the work advertises itself. Yeah. So you take one good nice picture, you might get 5 clients from that picture.
Yeah, you post it on social media.
Yeah,
these days,
someone will like, who took you a picture? That guy knows HD. Okay, ndipo number zake, you know, that's how it is. So
yeah, I've seen so many pictures on your social media.
Yeah.
And some pictures I've seen even some cousins and some friends. Like, you ask them, who took this picture? I don't know that. Nagana what HD, you know. So I thought to myself, you know what? I have to go check it out. Of course, me, I don't have money. I don't have money for photo shoot. You know, I don't have any.
You never know. You might score a photo shoot. Yeah. You never know. Maybe by the end of the photo interview, if things go well.
Yeah. Anyway, so where you are right now, I can tell you it's a very good place. You have your own studio. You make a lot of money from it, and you have so many clients.
Not so much.
And right now you are doing a Gata interview. You know. So you have made it in life.
Yes.
Yeah. So for the kid out there who is inspired by your work and aspires to want to be you, basically, to be at the position that you are right now, what can you tell that kid? What can he do to be where you are right
now? The message that I always tell people is to follow your purpose. You know, everyone has a purpose in life. Follow your dreams, follow your goals. When I say follow your dreams and follow your goals, I'm saying regardless of your situation, it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter whether you don't have the resources or your resilience in pursuing whatever it is that you want to do, it should not be faced by the challenges that you face. You know, if you put your mind, your heart and your soul into something, chances are high you will actually reach where you want to go. There's a saying that says, shoot for the moon. If you don't make it to the moon, you fall on the stars. Either way, you win, you're up there.
Okay, so you heard it from the guy. You should shoot for the moon.
Aim for the stars.
Aim for the stars. Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So, just to go back to the awards, you know, I've seen so many awards that you have right now. Can you give us some details, some dates, how they came to be in this office? See there, you know, there's a tag here, Hdphotography, outstanding photographer of the year in Masvingo. Can you just tell us about these awards, man?
I think this is, to me, it's a reflection of the hard work that I've just put in over the years. You know, it took me years to be where I am. I'm close to 7-8 years in the industry. You know, so this is just a token of appreciation to say, hey, we appreciate you for the work that you've been doing. We recognize you. We see you. You know, and it's really not something that I don't take lightly. I appreciate it. And I really always try and humble myself. You know, it's a humbling experience to be appreciated like that, because I don't take it to put hey, so I'm the big guy, like I'm growing a big
but
head.
you're the big guy. You're the big guy.
know, we don't know that.
Everyone knows HD. The
no, I'm not
guy, you know? Like everyone knows.
But I
I
don't know. But I always try and not make it like it shouldn't get to me, to my head, because I'm always aiming for the next level. These things, I appreciate them, but they don't faze me. You know? It's an token of appreciation. I don't die if I don't get in a one. You know, because the real progress is in the work. The real progress is in the money. You know, in all that, in improving yourself as a person in the industry. So best photographer, past 2 years, Masvingo province. You already know how it is. I also have awards for my music. I told you.
But tell the people about them.
They must know. They don't know. Most of these guys don't know. We got awards for music. Before I was a photographer.
He was the best rapper in
I was the best rapper in
and I was his manager. Okay, I'm just kidding. Anyways, since we have already talked about Harare, let's put Harare into the conversation. You know, most people who are in this media industry in Masvingo, when I talk to them about Masvingo as a market, they always say, you know, Masvingo, they don't appreciate our industry, they don't appreciate the art. They try to go Harare. Have you ever reached a point where you wished you were in Harare, and if so, why?
I think it's the norm that's just around people, where people have the mindset of thinking that in the capital, that's where it happens, you know. Like, move to the capital city, that's where, to a certain degree, it's true, because there's obviously more people, more clients, the money and whatnot. Depending on how you present your work and how good you are, you have higher chances of actually getting more than what you could get in a small town, because a small town means small, everything is on low scale.
Like I checked the
I wouldn't mind, given an opportunity to relocate and probably work from there. I really wouldn't mind. But I love Masvingo, you know. It raised me. I've taken care of people here, they've taken care of me in return, and it's all love, but growth. So growth.
You got the growth in your brain.
But I wouldn't mind moving, you know, like.
Alright. So, but Masvingo has treated you well, you say. So
I have to love them and leave them.
So since you're talking about growth, I have a question. It was proposed by the cameraman. You know, he was asking, what are your plans? Where do you plan to go? You are HD photography. You're the biggest in Masvingo. Everyone respects you. You have the money. You have the drip.
What money, my guy?
So what's next?
There's no money, guys. It's tough, guys.
No, he's just trying to.
There's no man.
He's just trying to scare away the gold diggers. But anyway, here's the man. You know,
are they gold diggers, Masvingo? Are they gold diggers?
Yeah, I see them in Bondo. You know, they have some mines.
I don't know nothing. My clients are good people.
I know a gold digger doesn't necessarily have to be a client.
90% of my clients are women, so.
And they dig the gold?
No, they don't dig the gold.
Or you just give them the gold? Anyways, back to the original question. What are your plans right now? The plans that you want the people to know. Where are we going as HD photography?
We are leaving Masvingo. I'm joking. But the plans, obviously, I won't tell you my real plans, but what I can tell you is that we're obviously elevating the quality of the game. We obviously have to grow, and my wish is to actually build a brand for other people. I really want to groom, especially female photographers. You know, there's a deficiency of female photographers in fact in the country, because I've met very few. We have very few. In Masvingo there's none. It's something that I would really want to do, to train a female photographer that actually is as competitive as we are in the industry, to also have that balance of gender balance in the industry, because I feel like there's need for them, because it will be interesting to see their perspective on how they view or they approach photography as just a whole. And so if you're out there, you want to learn photography, you're female, you're inspired, you're resilient, you're focused, you're determined, hit me up on the numbers on the screen. No, I'm playing, but really hit me up if you're really serious. It's something that I really want to do for the community and people.
Alright. So you heard it. If you are a female and you'd like to learn, you are so passionate about photography, just come straight to Hdphotography. He'll give you the address. What's the address?
The address? No, I think the number is best.
Yeah, he doesn't know the address to his.
No, I don't want to give out address. In case you want to mirror me out there, you AKA me when I'm walking.
Masvingo'S a rising number, like percentages of robberies and everything. So HD doesn't want to be robbed. Plus, I
don't even have valuable things, guys. All my things are borrowed. They're not mine.
Yeah, we are going back to the gold diggers now again. So he has to play the humble. But so anyway, so back to the works. How big is your team? Do you employ people permanently, or how do you do it?
I have one person I work with, but I have people who I usually work with occasionally on like major events.
Like volunteers?
No, not really. Like paid jobs. Yeah.
Paid jobs.
Yeah, paid jobs.
Right.
So I feel like because it's not every day where you need 5 people.
Yeah.
It's not.
So as for the big events, let's say it's a wedding. So if you have a wedding, and if HD is coming to your wedding, it's bringing 5 guys. So make 5 plates for the 5
guys.
Anyways, so you have 5 guys, you have a good team, you have a partner, you have all this equipment. What differentiates your work from all the other photographers? Because here in Masvingo, I have seen some other guys. I've seen a guy with a very big lens like this. He was telling me he bought it for 3,000. Anyways, what differentiates us? There's some other guy, you look for me if I tell his name. But anyways, what differentiates your work from all the other guys?
I feel like everyone has their own style in photography, because people, I think that's a question that we really love to ask the people. Like, why are they choosing? Why would they choose me over another person?
Alright, but I know.
Okay.
So the people will decide. But then, so if you have an opinion on that, just feel free to drop a comment and tell us why you think his work is better than everyone else's work. But to be honest, I know you have looked at some other people's work, and you have sat down and observed and compared with your work, and you said, nah, I'm beating this guy because of this and that. We're not mentioning any names.
No, let me tell you something funny. True story. I hardly go on other people's pages, other photographers' pages, to see what they are doing, especially from Masvingo. I don't do that. Why? It's because I don't want to benchmark myself against any one of my peers. To me, they're my peers. I benchmark myself against people who are ridiculously good at what they're doing internationally. Why? Because I always want to upgrade. Because if you were to ask me, are you the best? I'll tell you I'm not the best. Why? Because the guy that I call the best is exceptionally good. So to me, if I look at what he's doing and what I'm doing, I feel like I'm not doing anything. Although I know I'm making progress. Why? Because it keeps me hungry for more. Yeah, and I don't want to invoke jealous. Like if I'm always going to the next guy's page, what's this guy doing? What's that guy doing? You end up being a bit envious and jealousy and stuff. So I don't do that.
But in your case, I doubt it's going to be jealous. It's definitely going to be complacency, because when you look at other people's work, you just say, Marano,
this guy.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but I get what you're saying. I understand.
Yeah.
But that's generally my step. I'm cool with most of these photographers like here. You know, they're doing a really good job. They're really exceptional photographers that I've met that are actually here. So, you know, everyone is doing the best they can. So yeah.
So for someone who would want to work with you, let's say, let's say I'm an artist, you know, and I want these visuals, you know, like this is a very nice setup, and I would want HD to shoot a video of me, you know. How do I get in touch, and how are the prices? Do we negotiate based on how you like the music, or there's a fixed fee? How does that go?
I used to shoot music videos in the past, but then I let that go because I feel like I wasn't getting paid enough for a music video. So, and I wanted to really specialize and focus on photography on its own. So I don't take music videos anymore, unfortunately. Sorry guys. I have friends who are artists who are always like, hey, shoot us a music video. I tell them I can't, I'm not doing that. Because I really just want to focus on something and just run with it. Maybe in the future I might switch and change, just like how I left music. You never know, I might surprise you and just come back and scoop more awards.
Yeah. Best music video. Nama, you know, we are heading for Nama right now.
Right.
Yeah. So we already know you're a busy man, you know, with all these photo shoots and stuff. Can you walk us through how your day goes? You know, like your regular day.
A regular day. 8 a.m. I'm at work at the studio, you know. There's always stuff to do. Here's the thing. If I'm not shooting, I'm editing.
So your life is basically shoot, edit.
And the thing, and the you know, the best part or the worst part about having a career as a hobby, as a career, is that you don't make time for anything else. Because honestly speaking, if it wasn't for the money, I would be doing photography for free. I love photography. Like, to me, I get excited more than the client when I take a nice picture of someone. Sometimes I get more excited than the actual person I'm taking the picture of, because I love what I do, you know. So I could do this all night, all day and all night, eyes shut, you know, because it's really something that's in here.
Yeah, plus, you know, you have an advantage because most of the people that you are shooting, they are beautiful people, except Kuti. I was shooting, you know, I'm person in Zimbabwe right now, you know, should see me with my real face, not my real face, but so yeah, I think that's it. So thank you, my brother. Thank you for coming through. If you have anyone you'd want to give a shout out to,
yeah. Shout out to you, man, for coming through, and we appreciate the work you're doing.
Yes.
Doing big things in the media industry, and quick shout out to, you know, everyone who have done it. If I've done a photo shoot of you, shout out to you. Thank you for supporting. Keep supporting. Come through for photo shoots. Never know, I might give you a huge discount. You know, these days I'm very unpredictable. I might just give you a free shoot, you know, and free shooting here and there, and just, you know.
But you have to be beautiful.
Life.
You have to be beautiful for a free shoot.
Yeah, even if you are not beautiful, or if you feel it's therapy, I will make you feel beautiful. I will bring back all your exes.
Alright.
Yeah. And make them jealous.
I forgot to ask, do you have I've seen so many photos of you. So many photos of people who come here.
Yeah.
And most of those photos, people are, you know, they are dripped in makeup and stuff. They're looking good. Do you have makeup artists, or do you collaborate with someone, or people just bring with their own makeup?
It's optional, but I work with different various makeup artists. There's makeup by Lois, there's Mel's Glamour, there's Anna, you know, a lot of guys. If I haven't mentioned you, no offense, but I work with anyone who's really good at what
You're
they're
not
doing.
mentioned, please.
You are special too. You are special.
That's no.
You are special. Is
That
life.
for you. Marano.
No, no. I work with a lot of people. I appreciate. Yeah, me, I got major love. You know.
Aye.
Yeah.
So do you have any plans to start a school or
Photographer.
yeah?
I
Because you
don't
are
know.
so talented.
Maybe in the future. That's what I was saying. I would really love to like groom females in the industry because it's rare. Like it's a male-dominated industry,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it would be nice to have a different feel where you're going for a photo shoot and the female is what is doing wonders with that. That would be nice, you know. Yeah.
Alright, so thank you, Mr. HD.
All
Mr.
good, my brother.
Thank you.
All good, my brother.
Alright, so that was it with Mr. HD, the best of the best photography in Masvingo. You have seen the awards. Here we have the awards, everything. So, for anyone who, if you think you're an industry leader, feel free to DM us on our platforms, Instagram on Gata Promotions ZW, Facebook Gata Promotions ZW, and we'll drop our number below. So if you think you're an industry leader, or you think you're doing significant work in any industry that you want to bring, you know, an audience to, just get in touch. Thank you.